First of all, let us thank God for giving us help and opportunity to gather in this class today. My name is Selvi Zulmiati, and I will be the moderator for today's presentation. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm here with my teams, and the first one is.
My name is Sutoko Andreito Basri.
My name is Lia Wisranda. And my name is Sylvia Fauzia.
In this discussion, we will talk about definition of VAT, histories of VAT development, legal basis of VAT, object and subject of VAT, VAT rates and mechanisms, function and objective, challenge and digital economy impact. Next, the first presentation is Sutoko. Sutoko, the floor is yours.
Thank you, moderator. I will explain the material about the background and definition of VAT. Taxes is the main source of state revenue in Indonesia. VAT is one of the stable taxes applied to goods and service consumption, support infrastructure and service consumption, support infrastructure, education and welfare. VAT rate increased to 12% 2022, planned to 12% 2025. Definition of VAT. VAT or PPN is an indirect tax imposed on the consumption of taxable goods and taxable services with the custom area. VAT PPN is an indirect tax imposed on the goods and service consumption applied at every production and distribution stage. Uses credit mechanism input and output, final burden consumer. I return it to moderator.
Thank you, Sutoko. In the next topic, it will be presented by Lia Wisranda. Lia, the floor is yours.
Thank you, moderator. Today I would like to explain the material about the history and legal basis of VAT. Globally, the idea of VAT started in 19 by Wilhelm von Siemens and Thomas S. Adams. Then in 1954, France became the first country to apply VAT. In Indonesia, sales tax or PPN were introduced in 1951. VAT was officially implemented in 1983 and later revised in 1994, 2000, 2009 and dropped the HIPP law in 2021. The legal basis of VAT in Indonesia includes number 1, Law number 8 of 1983. Number 2, Law number 7 of 2021. Number 3, Government Regulation number 49 of 2022. Number 4, Minister of Finance Regulation number 131 of 2024. I return to moderator.
Thank you, Rian Siranda. For the next topic, I will explain material, object, and subject VAT. VAT object refer to goods and service that are subject to tax. These include taxable goods or TKP, taxable service or TKP, import and digital service. Subject, taxable entrepreneurs or TKP, producers, importers, business. For example, when consumer buy electronic product, clothing or use online streaming service from abroad, VAT can be imposed on this transaction. Meanwhile, VAT subject are the parties responsible for collecting and report VAT. These subjects are called taxable entrepreneur or TKP. They include producer, importers, and business that sell taxable goods or service and meet certain turnover requirements. Although business collect VAT, the economic burden is actually borne by the final consumers because VAT is a consumption tax. Next. VAT rates. According to the ABP law, the current VAT rate is 11%. The government also plans to increase the rate to 12% starting from January 1, 2025. Meanwhile, export of taxable goods and services are subject to a 0% VAT rate. This policy helps Indonesian products remain competitive in international markets. The VAT mechanism in Indonesia use the credit method or invoice method. In this system, business collect output tax from customers when selling goods or service. At the same time, business also pay input tax when purchasing goods or service from suppliers. Next, VAT mechanism. First, VAT function as a source of state revenue. Tax revenue is used by the government to finance infrastructure, education, healthcare, and public service. Second, VAT has a regulatory function. The government can use VAT policy to influence public consumption patterns and maintain economic stability. Third, VAT support equity and social justice. People who consume more goods and services generally contribute more tax to the state. Therefore, VAT helps create a fairer distribution of the tax burden in society. Overall, VAT plays an important role in supporting national development and economic growth. For the next material, it will be presented by Sylvia Fauzia. Sylvia, the floor is yours.
Thank you, moderator. Okay, I will explain about the purpose of VAT, challenges, and legal era and conclusion. The first is the purpose of VAT. The purpose of VAT is divided into 5. Namely, first, increase state revenue. To increase state revenue for public funding. Number 2, to avoid double taxation by only taking the value added at each time. 3, improve tax compliance. To improve tax compliance through transparent documentation. Number 3, improve tax compliance. To improve tax compliance through transparent documentation. 4, to support export by applying a 0% rate, making local product competitive globally. And last, it helps maintain economic stability by providing a steady revenue. Next, we have the challenges in the digital era. Number 1, VAT is regressive, meaning it can burden lower income components more. Number 2, complex administration. It requires complex administration to track invoices. 3, low compliance. We see low compliance especially among MSMEs. There is the rise of the digital economy creates a big challenge, specifically in foreign digital service station, as it's hard to take cross-border online transaction. Next, to wrap up here is our conclusion. VAT is a modern and efficient tax system. It successfully eliminated double taxation. It remains important for self-revenue. It has adapted through the highly below the digital era. And ultimately, it support economic and social balance. That is all. Thank you. I am to be moderator.
Thank you, Sylvia. Alright, everyone. Because the presentation and discussion session have finished, I would like to conclude today's session. Thank you to the lecturer and our friends for the attention and participation. We apologize if there were mistakes during the presentation. Hopefully, today's discussion will be useful for all of us. See you in the next presentation session. Thank you and have a great day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I just had to let you know you're